Produced by Victoire.
Seekers of the truth, welcome back to another episode of Power and Glory, the podcast. You will be happy to see that my co-star, 1/3 of my co-stars, has returned this week, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pretty Paul Roma.
Hello, everybody. I'm traveling, so we're going to make this best that we can.
Yep, absolutely. I'm your other co-star, the Master Amir. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the likes, and share with your friends and family. Paul, it's been a devastating week for us here in the United States. Unbelievably devastating. More devastating is to see how depraved I think the United States general population has become. I mean, not everybody, but a lot of them. Charlie Kirk was murdered this week. It comes hot on the heels of what was the young girl's name again? You just reminded me.
Iryna.
Iryna.
I believe that's how you say it.
Yep, who was sadly murdered on a train.
Yeah. Listen, so I don't get it. I'm going to use that term, so I apologize ahead of time. I get it. The guy's out of his mind on the train who stabbed her. But if you saw, everybody was basically stepping back in shock. No one tried to, and again, tried to interject, try to, do something about it.
Yeah.
And if you were afraid that you didn't want to get stabbed, I understand that. But nobody even followed him to the next. I think one gentleman may have, but not really anybody followed him to the next car.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The guy's dripping blood in the train or the subway, and they let the girl just. No one went over to help her.
No, I know.
Where's humanity?
Yeah.
And not to cut that short, but then you have Charlie Kirk. Here's a guy who, and if somebody wants to correct us, feel free to write in. Feel free. We'll bring you on the show.
Yeah.
This guy never spewed hate.
No.
This guy always gave people a chance to say what's on their mind. And it was a great, and watching him, such great debates.
Yeah.
Because, to me, he was a modern day Einstein.
Yeah, he was a smart.
When it comes to knowledge, he was so smart.
Yeah.
And for somebody to want to silence him and take his life, because why? You know what I'm saying? That's the big question. Why?
Mm-hmm.
What he's not out there. Look, they didn't even have the nerve, the balls to kill Adolf Hitler.
Right.
Here's a guy who was murdering millions of Jews. And you just name it. Mm-hmm. If you're not what he likes, you're getting killed. It's just how it was.
Yeah.
And that would have been justified. The guy was an absolute lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
But here you have, Charlie Kirk. You have a young lady that got out of a war-torn Ukraine to come here, live the American dream, and this sick bastard takes her life.
Yeah.
And then the mayor does a fundraiser, a GoFundMe page, until people jumped all over her and she pulled it down.
Wait a minute. She did a GoFundMe page for what, Paul?
For the murderer.
What?
Criminal. Now, my other thing is this, and I hope our people chime in.
Yeah.
I think the judge that let him out, or the judges that let this guy loose on promises to appear, no bail whatsoever. His mother knew he was sick and needed to be put away. They're the ones that should go to jail. They're the ones that should be brought on trial.
Yeah.
Not only him, the judges too.
Yeah.
There has to be a point where this all ends.
Yeah.
Otherwise, our world as we know it, the United States as we know it, and thank God Donald Trump's in office, somebody with some brains that really loves our country, is trying to straighten this all out.
Yeah.
You got the mayor in Chicago. He's got his thumb up his ass. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's doing. You don't want to stop murders from happening. You don't want to stop robberies from happening.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want his help. You don't want the president of the United States' help. What is wrong with these people? And you know what the sad part is?
Yeah.
Again, I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, independent. I don't care. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
But it just seems like it's the Democrats that are doing these things, that are letting these things happen. They're turning a blind eye to everything. They're trying to tell the American people that what? Everything is hunky-dory. Everything is beautiful. You know, this is right and that's right, and gas prices are down and food costs are down, and there are no murders.
Right. Right.
There is no people running and pillaging stores. There's no rapes going on. Sure, there's no rapes going on in your neighborhood, you piece of garbage.
Right. Yeah.
But there's rapes and murders and everything going on everywhere else in the city.
Yep.
State. Again, when are the people going to smarten up? And you know what? And I say this word, revolt. They need to turn this around. The only way to do that is through voting. That's the only way. You need to vote. You need to get these people out of office. They love chaos because it's not in their life. It's in our lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
The innocent people on the street, our children, are paying the price. They did what they wanted to do. You know what that was? They took religion out of the schools.
Yeah.
They took religion out of everybody's lives. That's what they wanted to do, is steal religion from everybody, because without that, you have chaos.
Yeah. Yeah.
With chaos, what they want to do works. They want to destroy the United States. They think they're the ones that are going to be safe when it's all said and done. What these assholes don't know is that they are not going to be safe.
No.
People, the lunatics that they watch go and murder people, are going to murder them too.
Yeah, pretty much.
They have no filters.
Yeah. A demonic spirit. Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, Paul is very passionate. We both are about this subject matter. This is no laughing matter, viewers. We're not doing this for entertainment. We're doing this for education. It seems like, Paul, there's like
doing it for ratings.
Right. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Because we care.
Right. Yeah. We care about this situation. This has deeply affected us. I know my wife and I are deeply saddened by both these murders. What's equally as saddening is, like you said, Paul, the lack of compassion that exists in society today, the normalization that media have made, especially to these young, impressionable young people, which, by the way, I wanted to give you a statistic. So I found out this week, Paul, that only one-third of the entire United States population of high school students can read averagely. One-third. That's it.
Believe it. So, my daughter, who is a pretty smart kid, they don't teach cursive anymore.
No, they don't.
I said, can you sign your name? She goes, they never taught us cursive. I said, you have a credit card that I gave you. How do you sign your name?
Yeah.
I mean, really?
That's crazy.
Education?
Sheesh, man.
Let's go on this path.
Yeah.
Let's go on this path. Right. My daughter cried. My wife, she cried about Charlie Kirk. Do they know him personally? No. Do I? Absolutely not.
Right.
He stood in regards for the good of man.
Yep.
He spoke religiously. He was against abortions, and then he explained and broke it down with these college students as to why. If somebody came up to me and said, now I think that Joe Biden, because I'm going to compare the two now, I think that Joe Biden never ran our country, especially the last year. That being said, he destroyed the best he could, to his knowledge. And I know there were other people running our country and not him, but obviously he's the figurehead. We have to blame him. He destroyed this country, letting in open borders and all the chaos, higher prices, and so forth. However, if Joe Biden died, whether it was natural causes or he was assassinated, I would not be happy, because He's a human being.
Exactly.
He's
Yeah.
human.
Right.
Yeah, he had a lousy 4 years. That's the point. The fact of the matter is, he's still a human being. He's still one of God's people.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, whether he believes in God or not doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's what you and me believe in
Mm.
that matters. When I saw them walk up to college students after Charlie Kirk, it was announced that he passed away. They all spoke about, I don't care, I'm glad. Oh, he said this, he said that. He never said any of those things.
No.
He never incited a riot. He never did anything like that. He talked about love and life and family and how important everything is to all of us and
Mm-hmm.
how it should be.
Yeah.
Why do you think there were thousands and thousands of college students there?
Yeah. Thousands.
He
Yeah.
articulated everything that he came across,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you took his life and I look, give the guy the death penalty.
Yeah.
Process him. Once you know that this is him, you have his elbow print, you got his palm print, you got his footprint, you got him. His father turned him in.
Yeah.
Thank God for his father. Once it's cut and dry, and you're going to get some defensive attorney that's going to try and save this bastard. You know what? Fry him. Let's go back to biblical. An
Mm-hmm.
eye for an eye.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's stick with the Bible for what it is, because without the Bible, we have chaos.
And that's yeah, and I was going to say that's exactly why this is happening. Charlie spoke for truth. And what's happened is because of the way the media has been and certain things over the last few years, kids don't like truth anymore. It terrifies them. Okay? So they rebel against it. Charlie was speaking the truth. He was not speaking any alien language. He didn't say the sky was purple when it's actually blue to every single one of us. He was telling right, yeah, a lot of people do. So he was telling cold hard facts, and they don't like that. But then coming back to your other point about the young lady who was brutally murdered by that bastard on the train, and also the other guy who shot Charlie's a bastard too. Again, no remorse. He was let
Right.
out. The justice system failed the people
Right.
by not
13 times, 16 times, something like that. Some outrageous number.
Yeah.
His mother said he should have been put away.
Right. But coming to your point about the train incident, because you made me think about that, which ties into Charlie Kirk. Charlie was a big advocate for men being men. And you and I talk about this because we believe it. Everybody on this network believes it. There's a difference between a man and a boy and an immature boy, which seems to be a huge contingent now in young adults across the whole planet, Paul. They throw temper tantrums. They don't belong. They don't act like men. So in a situation like that on the train, you said a lot of people were fearful. I guarantee that in a different time, when men were more manly, and if they were there present on that train, they would have just lunged. Yeah, maybe he might have gotten him a little bit.
They
but
would have beat him down.
Yeah, yeah.
They would have beat him down. And when the cops got there, they'd have beat him even more.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
They would at least have reached over to help another human being.
Yeah.
That fell into herself.
Right.
Obviously, she was bleeding out.
Right.
She fell to the floor, slowly fell to the floor. And these people are like, oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what life's come down to. It means absolutely nothing now.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. And then we have the man who, and I forget his name, forgive me, people, in New York, who held that guy down because he was threatening to kill people. He ended up choking him out. They want to put him in jail. Thank God he beat it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is how twisted it is. And back to Iryna, and I hope I say her name right. I apologize if I don't. No disrespect. Going back to Charlie, I didn't know these people, but they didn't deserve what they got.
No.
They just didn't. And now, the big debate is, well, is everybody going to be afraid, to speak? Well, I'm not afraid to speak.
Right.
I'm going up to Montreal. There could be some psycho run up to me and go, I don't like what you say. I don't agree with it, and shoot me.
Right.
That's possible.
Yep.
I'm supposed to walk around afraid all the time because, society has not done the right thing?
No, we shouldn't be afraid, Paul. And that's another thing I want to
No.
say. Yeah. I mean, what's a life lived if you are a coward? It's not a life lived. At the end of the day, we have to keep speaking because, and the reason Paul and I speak, Paul, as we bring this segment to a close, we'll move on to another. But as Paul and I, we're passionate about this. We're not doing this to hate anybody. We're doing it because number one, we love the future of the world. We love God, what God created. We love our Father in heaven, and we love the United States and the world in general, the whole world at large. We want our society to thrive and to move forward, but without rules, without reality, it cannot go any further. And again, I've said it before, Paul. I've said it on another podcast. Even if they don't have faith in God, common sense to those who still have it in this day and age will dictate that the trajectory of our society is doomed to fail very soon if it continues in this
Without a doubt.
direction.
Without
So,
a doubt. Listen, if you like this show, you like what you hear, you don't like what you hear, hit that subscribe button
yeah.
because we're going to be here. We're going to be talking about it, whether you're listening and you agree or you're listening and you don't agree. But one thing's for certain, we know you're there.
Yeah.
Stop being lazy. Hit that subscribe button because we're going to be around for a long time.
And also, we want to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, it has finally happened. If you want to become a member of our channel, $5 a month, you'll get exclusives. You're not going to get every single episode that we typically release every week. Some of those are going to be hidden from the general public, only for our loyal subscribing members. So if you want to do that, look in the description on our YouTube channel page, and you can start that. I believe it will be live when I drop this recording. So, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome all our new subscribers and all our new members. Until the next one, everybody, keep chasing the power of truth. God bless.